Thousands of years ago, long before cities, roads, or civilizations existed, small groups of early humans wandered across the vast grasslands of Africa. Nature was their only home, and every day was a fight for survival. Fresh water was the most precious resource for survival. Early humans searched for rivers, streams, and crystal-clear springs, depending on them for drinking, cooking, and staying alive. Caves were not always available. When they couldn't find one, they built simple shelters from tree branches, large leaves, and animal hides to protect themselves from harsh weather and dangerous predators. Caves became safe homes where families rested, raised their children, crafted tools, and sheltered themselves from the constant threat of wild animals. Learning to shape stone into sharp tools was one of humanity's greatest early breakthroughs. These simple weapons made hunting, cutting, and everyday survival far more effective. Hunting was dangerous and demanded teamwork. Rather than facing large animals alone, early humans worked together, using wooden spears and careful planning to bring down their prey. Their diet was not limited to meat. They also gathered wild fruits, berries, edible roots, nuts, and leafy plants, taking advantage of everything nature had to offer. In the beginning, early humans most likely could not create fire themselves. Scientists believe they collected it from natural wildfires, often started by lightning, and carefully kept the flames alive. The discovery of fire transformed their lives. Cooking made meat safer to eat, easier to digest, and provided warmth, light, and protection from predators. As darkness covered the land, families gathered around the warmth of the fire. While most slept, one person remained awake, standing guard against the predators that roamed the night. Over time, early humans learned how to create fire by rubbing dry wooden sticks together or striking flint stones to produce sparks. Fire brought more than warmth. It offered protection, light, and opened the door to a new way of life. Rivers were another vital source of food. Using sharpened wooden spears and simple woven traps, early humans caught fish to feed their families. Gathering honey from wild beehives was a dangerous task. By using smoke to calm the bees, early humans carefully collected one of nature's sweetest and most valuable foods. Children didn't learn from books. They learned by watching their elders. From an early age, they were taught how to hunt, gather edible plants, and craft stone tools essential for survival. To survive the cold, early humans cleaned animal hides and turned them into simple clothing. Using bone needles and strong plant fibers, they stitched the hides together to create warm and durable garments. At night, the glow of the campfire kept many dangerous predators away. Even while others slept, one or two members of the group stayed awake, keeping watch to protect everyone. Modern language had not yet developed. Early humans communicated through hand gestures, facial expressions, and simple sounds, allowing them to work together and survive. In search of food and safer shelter, early humans often crossed rivers and explored unfamiliar lands. Every journey brought new challenges and new opportunities. After a successful hunt, food was shared among the entire group. Eating together strengthened family bonds and helped ensure that everyone had a better chance of surviving. Every sunrise marked the beginning of another adventure. Driven by curiosity and the need to survive, humanity's earliest ancestors continued their journey toward new rivers, new lands, and an unknown future. Cave paintings were more than simple artwork. They preserved memories, shared experiences, and told stories. Using natural pigments made from clay, charcoal, and minerals, early humans painted hunting scenes, animals, and moments from their daily lives. As herds of wild animals moved across the land, early humans often followed them. Hunting was one of their most important sources of food, making the migration of animals essential to their survival. As night fell, families gathered around the warmth of the fire. The elders shared their experiences, passing down knowledge, traditions, and stories from one generation to the next. Nature was their greatest teacher. By living in harmony with forests, mountains, rivers, and wildlife, early humans learned the skills they needed to survive in a constantly changing world. Over time, early humans developed stronger and more effective spears. By attaching sharp stone points with tree resin and plant fibers, they created weapons that greatly improved their hunting success. In search of new shelter and reliable sources of food, they crossed rugged mountains, deep valleys, and challenging landscapes. Their remarkable journey continued across the ancient world. When a member of the group was injured, they were never abandoned. Everyone worked together to care for the wounded, proving that cooperation was one of humanity's greatest strengths. Every new land offered new opportunities. Some places were rich with fruit-bearing trees, others held rivers full of fish, while hidden caves provided safe shelter from danger. Nature was not always gentle. During violent storms, lightning, and heavy rain, early humans quickly sought refuge in caves or other natural shelters until the danger had passed. For countless generations, this journey continued. With every new path, every new land, and every new discovery, the story of humanity slowly unfolded, laying the foundation for the civilizations that would one day rise tomorrow. After a long and difficult journey, they discovered a fertile valley surrounded by rivers, forests, and protective caves. For a time, this peaceful place became their new home and a safe refuge for their families. Food was not always easy to find. To prepare for difficult times, early humans dried meat in the sun and carefully stored fruits, nuts, and edible roots for the future. Every change in nature was a valuable lesson. By observing the movements of animals, early humans learned to recognize the changing seasons and locate new sources of food. On their search for new lands, they often faced wide and powerful rivers. Using floating logs and simple wooden rafts, they bravely crossed into unfamiliar territories. The elders were the keepers of knowledge. They taught the younger generations which plants were safe to eat, where to find fresh water, and how to avoid the dangers of the wild. A new generation grew up surrounded by nature. Through play, observation, and daily life, children gradually learned the essential skills they would need to survive. For thousands of years, small groups of humans spread into new regions across the world. Slowly but surely, these journeys led to the first human settlements on distant lands. No one could survive alone. Trust, teamwork, and helping one another became the greatest strengths of early human communities. Every new sunrise brought fresh hope and endless possibilities. They had no idea what the future would hold, but their courage to keep moving forward never faded. The determination, courage, and adaptability of these early humans laid the foundation for the long story of our species. The roots of modern civilization reach back to their footsteps across the ancient world. Their journey reminds us that humanity's greatest strength has always been the ability to learn, work together, and never give up.